rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Why? It's because the rich think about wealth and affluence all the time. And what do the poor think about? The poor think about lack, loss, and limitation, risk, danger, fear, failure.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel here, Fortitude Investing channel. It's been a little while since I've posted. Just got married. Life's kind of been a little crazy here lately. But you know, those busy times I think are kind of in the past now. I can get back and focus on this channel more. So there's a lot of news that has been coming out since I dropped my last video. But this is like this is it right here. If you want to talk about years and years and years of, you know, people calling us frauds, people saying that it'll never happen, hell, even that XRP was going to go to zero, it wasn't worth anything, it was a shit coin. Well, XRP just partnered, Ripple, just partnered with BlackRock. Now, it wasn't an ETF like some people thought. They are going to be tokenizing enterprise-grade instant on-chain liquidity at your fingertips. So they're going to be using RLUSD, their stable coin, basically for tokenized fund holders. This is the friction being released from the financial system, and this is going to allow for less friction through the traditional finance. I do believe that there's a problem and a breakdown somewhere in the US government. And it may not just be the US government, but that's what I pay most attention to, also because I'm from the United States. But watching what's going on and seeing how high the debt ceiling continues to get, how they continuously keep printing money, how the 1/5 of the entire supply of the US dollar was printed in 2020 alone, it goes to show that they will do whatever they can to continue to keep the dollar going. And I don't really think that anybody in the government or at the Federal Reserve really even cares. So I think more than anything, this is more of a liquidity problem. There's too much friction in the financial system. XRP is going to change that. RLUSD, Ripple, through stable coins, through using their tokens, using the ledger. This goes to show you that there was such a deeper and more meaningful reason for XRP than just an ETF. At the end of the day, an ETF is just an exchange traded fund. It's just something that you invest and hold in. That's it. Just make money off of it. But there is real use case with RLUSD, with stablecoins, with XRP. This is what everybody's been waiting for. This is the real use case coming to the XRP ledger, and the biggest institutional players with BlackRock and Franklin Templeton are now saying, yep, we're ready to go. It makes you wonder, was BlackRock under an NDA? I don't know. But you don't just partner with a company who's going to manage your liquidity through your, like, as an asset manager. You don't just partner with somebody and say, okay, hey, you're going to deal with like a big portion of our liquidity problem. If BlackRock makes a partnership with Ripple, it goes to show you this gets way deeper than we ever thought. This sends a signal to the entire world that what Ripple is doing today is way bigger than anybody ever thought. Way bigger. With Franklin Templeton talking about their money market fund and with their repo stuff. This goes to show you this is the real use case for financial systems. I don't see any other coins doing this. I don't see anybody else at this level now doing this. This is the freaking time to lock in, guys. I can't state it to you enough that with BlackRock's partnership, this is not an ETF. I know everybody wanted an ETF. I get it. I did too. Didn't expect this. But now doing the research, looking and understanding, this is what we freaking needed. This is real use case. Now, I know that the price charts of XRP didn't really react the way that people may have thought. That's okay. Do keep in mind that we're still tied to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes down, we go down most of the time. But can we stop focusing on the price of XRP for just a moment and sit down and have this discussion and say, okay, you've got the biggest players in the world who are ready. Like, yep, we're ready. We're playing ball. Let's do this. We're all in on Ripple. We're all in with Brad. What he built, what he did. Come on, guys. Common sense. What does common sense tell you? Common sense tells you, oops, my screen went black. My bad. Need to change that. This goes to show you that Ripple is at the heart of the financial system. Look what happened today with this. Swift. Maybe if that pops up with what I want. Yes. So there's that. I wanted to do this today. Let's see here. That's what it was. Yeah. Today, 75% of payments travel over our network, reaching beneficiary banks within just 10 minutes. But more work is needed for the final stage of payments journeys, the last mile, to address friction. That delays funds from being delivered to end beneficiaries. Guys, read between the freaking lines here. Read between the lines. Swift, the payment method for all of the banks around the world. We need to address the friction that delays funds from being delivered to end beneficiaries. So when it says just within 10 minutes, you do know that it's a messaging system. So with Swift, it's a sent message from one bank to another, and then there's a wire transfer. Ripple offers a way to make this happen instantly. This isn't hype. This isn't pump your bags and dump. This is true integration. There's no denying that. This goes to show you. Here you go. Complex reporting requirements, country-specific FX and risk controls. Here's the big one. Lack of 24/7 real-time infrastructure. That's Swift's problem. Manual and fragmented processes. Learn what's needed to fix these issues. Speed up cross-border payments, boost efficiency, and drive progress across the entire ecosystem. Speed up. lack of 24/7, and address friction. Come on, read between the lines here, people. This is at the center of the this is at the center of the financial system. Swift launches scheme for faster cross-border retail payments. Guys, let's just do a little bit of thinking here. I don't know how much easier I can give this to you without saying, who freaking cares about the price? Who cares if it's 50 cents, $250, $500? I don't give a shit. I don't. I care about this. This is what I care about, and this is what you should care about. Because at the end of the day, this is what XRP is built for. And now, the chief business officer of Swift is coming out and talking about all the, like, admitting the problems that they have, and the problems that they address are exactly what XRP fixes. Literally to the point. I don't know how much more I can tell you. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm kind of going on a rant here. This just talks a little bit more. BlackRock's Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund and VanEck's Treasury Fund represent both firms' first tokenized funds issued on a public blockchain with smart contracts. Holders can instantly exchange their shares for RLUSD 24/7, unlocking additional stablecoin on-chain transfers. So it's basically selling their money market funds or selling their assets, whatever the case may be, transferring it over into a stablecoin, and then being able to move it on chain instantly 24/7. You do know that, like, this is the problem with TradFi, right? This is the problem of why money doesn't want to flow as well. This is what fixes it. This is why probably won't have to continue to print money if we just do this, right? At least not as much. Because if money can move more freely, there's going to be, like, that's like taking out a dam that is, damming up the river, and there's only a little bit of water getting through. This is taking it all out, and this money is going to be able to continuously keep flowing. So I guess this goes to show you that with stringent safeguards, including one-to-one USD backed by high-quality liquid assets. So basically, it's a way for anybody in TradFi is like, oh, I don't want to transfer from an asset to an asset. As in, meaning, if I trade real estate for Bitcoin, XRP, you name it, this is going to a stable coin. So this is literally selling whatever you need to sell, but it's online through a stable coin. It's $1 to $1 backed. So that's the reason why stable coins are so incredibly awesome. But again, I don't know how much more that I need to explain myself. It just happened. I mean, everything that we've ever been talking about just happened. According to our latest research, the main root causes of these delays are as the following: complex reporting requirements, country-specific FX and risk control, lack of 24/7 real-time infrastructure, manual and fragmented processes. Learn what needed to fix these issues. Guys, who won? All you got to do is just sit back and wait. Honestly, buying some XRP at what, $2.75 ain't too bad. I keep buying. I hope you have money on the side, because Ripple is at the heart of the financial system. Thank you guys for watching. Please listen to this message. Use your resources. Do your own research. Focus in on the goal. Quit giving a shit about the price. Focus. See you guys in the next one. Peace.